What's up, athletes? Welcome back. In my early 20s, when I was just starting my fitness journey in the gym, I was advised that if I wanted to see results in the physical body, I had to spend at least 3 hours a week doing cardio, so the treadmill or the bike or the elliptical machine, and then maybe 3 to 4 hours lifting weights in a split program. So working back and biceps one day, and then chest and triceps another day, and then legs on an alternate day. And now in my early 20s, I had tons of time to do that because that brought me to about 2 hours every training session. But then I became a mom, and then I started a business, and then I had adult responsibilities, and it was so hard to keep that up. 2 hours at a time at a gym is just not maybe sustainable for all of us. So if you resonate with this, athletes, and I want you to subscribe, because in this channel, you're gonna find 5 to 12 minute workouts that are relatively intense to you, that deliver variety, and most importantly, deliver results. And this is exactly how I train today and how I'm able to fit workouts in my day and get the results that I desire. So athletes, speaking of results, let's get started. Today, we're doing a double Tabata workout. Now, Tabata defines an interval that is 4 minutes long. We're gonna work for 20 seconds. We're gonna rest for 10 seconds for the total of 8 rounds, but we're gonna double that up. So it's going to be 4 plus 4 for the total 8 minutes. Now, this is a wild card workout, and all you're going to need to follow along today is just your mat, and then be close by to a wall. So I'll show you your first movement, then look up here, and then follow what's coming up in the box above. All right, athletes, our first movement today is just going to be an air squat. So let's get into that squat position, because it's really important that we're gonna work functionally, and we're gonna be able to up the intensity without any injuries. So push those knees out, drive the hips back, come all the way down, and then come all the way up, and then squeeze the glutes. If you're finding that you're leaning a little bit too forward, find yourself maybe a wall in front of you, and then force yourself to squat in a more vertical position, and then your body will slowly adapt over time. All right, athletes, for 20 seconds, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So push the knees out. When we push the knees out, we create space for the hips. And then find that best stance for you, because we all have a little bit of a different anatomy, so there's not that one way to do it. And when we push the knees out, we also activate the glutes, really engaging a lot more of those muscle fibers. Okay, take a little break here. Come onto the floor now with me, and we're gonna be doing a mountain climber next. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So stay in that plank position. And then if you're following any of the other videos on my channel, you're gonna see that every time we're in a plank position, we can modify by elevating our hands, maybe onto a chair or a plyometric box, whatever you have nearby, instead of going on the knees. 3, 2, 1. All right, stand back up. Come on over. We're gonna go for a wall sit now. So in a few seconds, we're just gonna sink deep here, push the knees out, and then push the low back into that wall. And now remember, we activate the glutes when we push the knees out. Just stay with me here. Control the breath. Breathe from the belly. You got this. Nicely done. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, shake it off. Let's go. Coming on down for some more mountain climbers, getting that heart rate right back up. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so we're almost down 4 intervals, 2 minutes, with 6 minutes left to go for this double Tabata. And Tabata always means the same thing. So it means 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. All right, break, shake it off. And now come on over, get nice and wide with me here. We're gonna go for a skater squat. So drive the hips back and then lean forward. So imagine you're skating as quickly as possible. And if your heel is lifting up off the floor, just drive the hips back a little bit more, and then push against the floor to stand. That's it. Good job. Don't worry about your speed. You have tons of time to increase that speed and up the intensity. Break. Yeah, you guessed it. Let's go. Back on the floor here. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Good job. We got this. That's it. Keep those hips nice and low. Continue to breathe with me. 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, we're gonna go in for a prayer push-up next. So you have that opportunity to come into a plank position, or now you can drop the knees, lift up the bum a little bit. So the more you drop your hips, you're gonna find that sweet spot for you. So find that spot where you can lift the hips up, maybe a little bit higher to up the intensity, but also not need to wing one at a time. So if you're finding that you're doing that, please modify and break. All right, shake it off. We're gonna stand a moment, relax the arms, because we're about to get back down here for one more mountain climber. All right, let's go. Keep that head up. Continue to breathe. Follow the breath. You got this. Don't break. 5 more seconds. Come on. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Good news. We're going to let those arms rest a moment, and we're going to flip it over. And now bring the forearms behind you, and we're going to do a fish pose leg raise. So should not feel this in the low back. And I usually put my hands here behind the low back just to add a little bit more support. So I invite you to try the same and see how that feels for you. 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, stand back up. Let's go. We're gonna now add some fast feet. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keep that torso up, shoulder blades back and down. And then try to move as quickly as possible. Feet going back and forth as quickly as possible. Then we're gonna get back down on the ground. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's go. Now bicycle crunch. So make sure that low back now is flush to the floor. We're gonna extend one leg at a time. And notice how I'm moving here with control. So you may have seen this a little bit faster, and I remind you in all the videos in which we're doing the bicycle crunch that just need to slow it down, and you'll actually get a lot more out of this movement if you do. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Stand up. We got this. Fast feet. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Chest up. That's it. So 20 seconds, and just keeping that heart rate up is that key to intensity. And we can also move like this if we want, right? So find that relative intensity for you. If you find that sweet spot where you're comfortable, you're gonna keep showing up for you. All right, break. Yep, you got it back on the floor. And now we're just gonna do a straight leg raise. So now the neck is down on the floor. We're gonna bring the hands here just under the hips, and now lift up the legs and come back down. What's really important is that the low back is flush to the ground the whole time. Make sure you're not arching your back like this. If you can fit the hand under the low back, then just stay up here. We don't need to lower the legs that much. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go right back up here. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Come on, fast feet. Maybe we can move a little bit faster because we're almost done. So we've got 2 more intervals coming up after this. Come on, pick up the intensity here with me. We could do it. We're gonna sprint through that finish line. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, whew. Come on over now into that plank position one more time. We're gonna go for a plank hip drop. So get into the plank and then slowly rotate from side to side. Now, no need to go all the way down like this. If you notice, I'm imagining that there's a line going from the crown of the head to the base of the spine, and I'm just rotating around that line with control. So stay here, really engage those obliques, and break. All right, now we're gonna bring it home with one last little interval, fast feet, and 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on, this is the one. You're gonna up that speed, up that intensity. Let's go, maybe a little bit faster than before. Come on. I think this is what's called shimming. I don't know. All the kids are doing it these days. 3, 2, 1. All right. And break. High five, athletes. Congratulate yourself for showing up for you. And remember that it's always about consistency first before intensity. So if you have it in you, repeat one more time or check out the other workout I have linked for you at the end of this video to complete your training today. Now, let's go. Refuel, rehydrate, and let's meet up in the next one. You got this.